So we're here this afternoon at GST with Melvin Mathews from Wärtsilä. Melvin, obviously big news very recently in terms of the acquisition of Transas. And not too long ago, of course, Wartsila acquired Eniram. What's going on? Tell us about the aspirations that Wartsila has, because of course most people traditionally probably think of Wartsila as an OEM, an engine manufacturer, but that seems to be changing.
So at the moment, Wartsila supports and helps the industry and serves the industry at three levels. That's the way I see it. We are the biggest providers of equipment to the marine industry. We have our equipment on roughly 1/3 of the world's fleet, and it's all sorts of equipment. So there's engines, there's bridge systems, there's sensors, there's devices, there's a whole lot of other equipment. And then there's services, and we cater to roughly half the world's fleet in terms of services. And when you talk about services, when you take into account the life cycle of a ship, we take care of asset management and optimization. We take care of condition-based monitoring and maintenance. And of course, we do just-in-time arrival of spares and parts. And that's just touching upon a very small area of services. And then with the acquisition of Eniram and now with Transas, we now have an entire suite of digital products which are there to help ports and ships in areas such as performance management of ships, traffic management of ports, and other solutions that are around voyage optimization, speed optimization, energy efficiency, fuel saving, risk and safety monitoring, mobile ops, which we launched recently. And therein also lies a whole range of other products which are sort of digital data-based services that come out from analytics and things like that. So we now cover a lot more that we did in the past from a Wartsila point of view.
And I mean, are there any, probably a cheeky question, but are there any more interesting collaborations in the pipeline or areas that can be hinted at in terms of scope for Wartsila to move into in the near future?
So Wartsila is embarking on a smart marine strategy, and part of it is to enable a sustainable marine ecosystem, and we want to do it through digitalization and also through a sort of a cross-industry partnerships. Which means that we are constantly talking to all stakeholders within the industry, and we want to discuss where is the industry currently and where is it that the industry is likely to go, which means then we can set the roadmap to where we want to go or where we want to see things to be. And I think and as a result, we are constantly looking at new and innovative companies, startups that perhaps will not just challenge the current fully traditional way the maritime industry is, but maybe potentially even disrupt the way business is conducted in the maritime industry. And so we're constantly looking out to see what we can acquire, who we can partner with, where is it that new technology is evolving, how can we utilize new technology, because our customers are not in the business of buying artificial intelligence or machine learning or things like that. They basically want tangible solutions that something like these technologies can enable and bring value to the business.
Yeah.
So we have to study them, to understand them, to then see how that can be applied to our customers' businesses. And so we're doing a lot of not just internal soul searching and transforming ourselves as a business digitally, but also looking at how we can maybe drive and take leadership in the industry from that point of view.
And finally, in terms of being here at GST and of all the conversations I'm sure you're having with participants and listening to some of the speakers, I mean, we've heard a lot about disruption, we've heard a lot about digitalization, we've heard a lot about fuels and technologies. Is there anything that's really excited you or you felt is an area that actually we really need to grab hold of and pursue now collaboratively as an industry?
Yeah, I think there is scope for collaboration. A lot of things mentioned here, like machine learning, we're already doing. So in my history in Eniram, we've already been doing machine learning for almost a decade. But for many in the industry, that is a new thing. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, big data is a new thing. And for us, for digitalization to be a success, it cannot be in a silo. It has to be right across the industry. Only then can the true benefits of digitalization be realized by everybody. Because at the end of the day, we have to fully digitalize the supply chain, and then only do you get the value across the supply chain. And within Wartsila, we have all this equipment deployed on the ships, and we are now at a point where we are working on the intelligent, smart layer above the equipment that we already have. And naturally, it will transfer on to the other parts of the industry, and that's why we have this smart, sustainable marine ecosystem that we are working on.
Well, we look very much forward to hearing more about that in due course, and we'd love to hear more now, but unfortunately we should probably leave it there. So thank you very much.
Thank you.